Tottenham Hotspur 0, Chelsea 1. An absolute stinkfest of all stinkfests. I'm back with Jonny, back from the game. He only got in a little while ago. Traffic's been a nightmare. And we're here to debrief on it. We're here to debrief because the fan base has got into meltdown. And I think it's justifiable with a performance like that. We're going to talk about it with Jonny for a little while, see how we're all doing, guys. Please do smash the like button if you are unhappy with the performance, but you're happy that we're going to talk about it. Hit the subscribe if you haven't already. We appreciate you. Any support you can give. Get over to the podcast sections as well. Links in the description where you can find us. Give us a follow and a 5-star. And make sure you drop a comment. Keep them coming thick and fast. Let us know what you think the solutions are, because right now it's a real head scratcher. Lots and lots of daggers are out in various directions. I was about to ask Jonny how he's doing, but he seems to have disappeared. But he's back again. Jonny, how are you, my man?
Yeah, I'm all right. Well, I'm not actually. It was a shit show. It was a shit show today. Players, manager got it wrong. Players got it wrong. They got to look at themselves. And Chelsea, the $1.5 billion that Chelsea spent has been put to good use. I mean, I was looking at their bench. It's like embarrassing. Their bench is like a who's who. And our bench is like a what's what. Look, you can't, we're a long way behind. That team isn't good enough. The players aren't good enough. Quite what the manager is meant to do with some of that. But look, he came out and he said it was bad. That was the worst performance of the season for me, categorically.
Easily.
Yeah.
I mean, Bournemouth wasn't much better.
No,
we had an XG of 0.05, Jonny.
Yeah, it was shocking, mate. It was shocking. Listen, I thought it was very clever we had no answer when they put Reece James. They shoved Reece James inverted into the middle there. That Reece James, Caicedo, and Enzo Fernandez, mate, they were brutal. They were absolutely brutal.
So go round the midfield, mate. It wasn't just that, dude. It wasn't just their quality. It was the lack of any sort of game plan. There was nothing coherent about the game plan at all. They were so good with their press.
Yeah.
That you have to, at the end of the day, yes, we need better players to be able to compete for anything more, right? But at the end of the day, mate, you can't sack 25 players. I'm not suggesting. This isn't leading into a sacking conversation. I'm just saying, but the manager is responsible for what happens on the pitch in terms of where the daggers come from. He didn't set the team up well enough today. He didn't, and there was no pivot. There was no adaptation. Really, there was a bunch of different changes that the substitutions that were made. But playing that version of football at home is unacceptable, even if you win. If you keep doing it at home, to do it with that level of pathetic output and input for the most part, he's rightly getting the daggers, because this is.
He's not rightly getting Frank out. I'm not listening to that.
I'm not saying Frank. I'm not saying Frank out.
I had to listen to it, right, and all the people that are Ange Postecoglou, Frank out, right. What I do know is that he's been in there 5 minutes, half the team's missing, and there are 16 teams worse than us currently in the Premier League, right? Am I happy with it? Absolutely not. Did I think it was a good performance today? No. Are there any excuses for today? No. Should it have been better? Yes, 100%. Not defending any of it. But we have to have a bit of reality on top of this, he was going mental at the sideline, right? It wasn't like he was sat there happy and just staring at the ground while we implode. I just think, I'll be brutally honest with you. I think if we'd have come out and attacked them today, God knows what it would have been. I really don't know what it would have been, because they would have just torn through us. As it happened, they had 9 shots on target to our lousy 1. Did we ever look like we were going to do anything? We couldn't string a pass together, Sean.
Yeah, but why is that? That's for me. That's a consequence of there not being any chemistry, any wavelength. The left hand doesn't know what the right hand's doing. that people are jinking left when the player with the ball's thinking you're going right. In the first half, I saw Xavi and Jed Spence. Jed Spence broke with the ball and he's driving the ball forward, and Xavi Simons is trying to overlap him, but Jed Spence is running at full pelters, and they're basically holding hands. They're running down the same channels together. There's absolutely nothing in the way, and this is not the first time. Today was just an amplification of it. But if the set pieces aren't working, Johnny, we are fucking rubbish, mate. We are rubbish.
Why? Who do you blame? Do you blame Thomas Frank for the fact today that every single corner and every single free kick went straight to Sanchez?
I think that someone has to take the lead. I was screaming at the TV after the second corner, and Jamie Carragher was saying it right on commentary, going, "Look at it was the first corner. Pedro Porro saw that Sanchez was off his line, was way out, right, and Pedro Porro tried to put it in from the first corner. 5 minutes later, 3 minutes later, second corner, Kudus gets one. No one's doing anything to disrupt Sanchez." And to me, if you've got 5 or 6 coaches on that sideline, you've got Cochrane who spends the whole time looking at his iPad or his digital board, whatever it is that he's doing, and you've got Thomas Frank, and they're all sitting there communicating, but none of them got a message on the pitch. None of them got a message on the pitch saying, simple, possible...
No, they did.
None of them took it on board, because for the 8 corners that we had, there wasn't a single one challenged Sanchez in any way.
Look, it was shambolic. I mean, look, Porro was shocking. And Kudus, right, he's got free pass because he's done what, but he wasn't great today. He wasn't great today. He really wasn't.
I don't want to say the word, mate, but I'm going to say it anyway. He's super selfish.
Yeah.
Far too selfish. He holds on to the ball too long. And Xavi Simons, I back him, right? I wanted him. When I heard that we were going to get him, I was like, yep, thank you, love him. That geezer needs to wake up and realize that in the Premier League, you don't get that time, bro. You don't get the time. He's got the lovely little tricks and flicks, and he's got some lovely moments about him, but he needs to really kind of get with the program and realize that in the Premier League, you get, I usually say a half a second less. You get like a second fewer.
Terrible, mate. It was terrible. It was one time when he just Reece James, shoulder to shoulder, he's down on the ground. Another time he's gone on the outside, he's down on the ground. Looking for every time. He just couldn't win a duel. At one time, he actually thought he was going to win a duel. He completely missed the ball and got a yellow card, and that was it. I mean, I just don't know where to go. The only player that came off of that pitch, outfield player, that looked like he was doing everything and closing down and closing down and closing down was Moani. He was the only one that looked like they had any idea of how to hold a ball up.
He can hold the ball up. He can hold the ball up pretty well. Yeah. And also, when he got put out on the left-hand side, I actually quite enjoyed him for that 5-6 minutes on the left-hand side. I think he looks like he's...
At that point, he was knackered at that point. But my point was that even when he was trying to bring him, no one else was joining the play. No one was joining the play. We were so second best in that.
Nicky van der Ven looks well off it. He looked well off. He looked so bad. I said it on my video. Stuart Nethercott settings with some of that passing. Absolutely atrocious passing from the back.
Can we talk about the elephant in the room, right? We can't ignore the fact that whatever the performance, Thomas Frank was absolutely right. Who do you think you are walking down the tunnel after a performance like that? Thomas Frank, get out onto the pitch and walk around and show your appreciation to the fans that happen to be left. What did you do? You both, the captain walks down the fucking tunnel, followed by Jed Spence, and Thomas Frank's going, where are you going? Get back out onto the pitch and thank the fans. Fuck that, right? Guess what, mate? Drop him. I'm a huge Jed Spence fan. Drop him.
Super disrespectful.
Disrespectful, man. Drop him.
Disrespectful.
He needs to be dropped. He needs to just disrespect.
So does Mickey then, because Mickey didn't react, but he walked straight past him as well.
Let me tell you, honestly,
Mickey was the captain, by the way.
Yeah. Look, I'll be honest with you. If we had another left centre back, I'd be saying the same thing to him.
Well, but you can't drop one, not the other, because they both did the same thing.
Right. Well, something needs to be done, or they need to be fined. You can't be behaving like that. I'm sorry.
Apology. They need to send out a social media apology tomorrow and say, listen, just
absolutely
moment, whatever.
Right. We've all had a shit day, right? We pay the money, right? We travel up and down the country. I don't care that you've had a shit game and you're pissed off. Get back out on the pitch and thank the fans.
100%. Speaking of the fans, Johnny, what was the atmosphere like?
Well, at the end, it was.
No, before as the game started.
Yeah,
All like,
the game before was good. I mean, I don't know. I warmed up with a fish sandwich.
Right.
No, listen. I saw.
No, I mean, was the all the plans to like cut the music and all the was it all like?
No, they saw. Listen, they saw. They did all that at the beginning, which was really nice. For me, it was quite nice that what's his name, Graham Roberts, saw Graham Roberts there, and he goes, "Hello, mate." He was there with Martin Chivers and David Howes, and he goes, "This guy will be slagging us off on the way home." I said, well, hopefully, hang on a minute. I said, "Oh, you slag us off when we lose." I said, and I was discussing the game, and both of us, all four of us, thought that Cuti Romero was going to start, and we should start with three at the back. And even when I saw Cuti wasn't starting, I was thinking maybe he'll put Paulinho. I would have put Paulinho in the back personally in a three.
Should have done a three, mate, and just like completely. Like, if you know you're going to lose the midfield battle, which was so obvious, cut the midfield out. Do what you did against PSG. Kolo Muani and Kudus could easily have done that hold-up play like Richie did. And by the way, when Richie came on, fuck my life, mate. I've never really noticed. I've always heard about the rolling around on the floor, but I'm not really paying attention to him that much. But he rolled around on the floor in the 8 minutes that he had, or whatever it was, 15 minutes that he had. He was on the floor more than he was when he was up. Richarlison.
Oh, hang on a second, right? Garnacho, mate. He was down by me. He screamed more than a fucking baby coming out of the womb. I swear to you, on my life. Fuck off, mate. Stop.
Great player, though. Great player, mate. I said it in the summer. Like, we should have signed him in the summer. If we could have had a chance to do it.
The only work. Listen, look. He's a rich. Garnacho is the type of player you wish you had and glad you don't when he's playing against you. Like you, yeah. I mean, like you wish he was yours, but when he's playing against you, he's a nasty. The diving. The referee was so weak in that game, right? I'm not looking to blame the referee because the referee is not the reason we lost. But that referee was so weak in that game. Chelsea players surrounded him constantly, bullying him, giving him every single decision. Every time they went down, right? I mean, there was one situation right at the beginning, 1 minute in, where Pedro Porro's hand hit Garnacho on the top of the head.
Yeah, I saw that right at the start. Yeah.
And he's gone down, right? He's gone down like he's been poleaxed. Yeah. Meanwhile, Bergval's got a concussion and he waves play on when his guy's holding his head and he can't get up. No, I'm sorry. It was look, they played the game. Great gamesmanship.
You know what about the referee though? I actually thought the referee. It was interesting because in the first half an hour, he didn't blow his whistle at all. And I thought Tottenham got away with some. I think Tottenham made a couple of like really heavy challenges on, one of them was on Garnacho, one of them was on Neto, and one of them was on Caicedo in the first 25 minutes. And he didn't blow the whistle at all. And I was like, oh, it's interesting. He's letting the game flow. Okay, take note of that. And then also like, don't complain then when we were on the receiving end of one. And like Chelsea picked up on it and they were going in hard as well. And then I think the Dominic Solanke challenge, I don't know if you've seen it back, but it was proper nasty. When I saw it back, I was like, that's a red card. I think that's a red card. Sorry, not Dom Solanke, sorry. Bentancur. Bentancur's challenge on, I think it was Caicedo. Yeah,
listen,
he got a yellow for it. Yeah. And then a couple of minutes later, Jed Spence, Jed Spence went over the top of the ball, but I think his heel hit the ball before it hit the player. It wasn't even a free kick. But I think at half time, the referee someone got in his ear and went, mate, you've missed about 7 or 8 horrible challenges. Yeah, and most of them were from Tottenham players, right? Yeah. But then he comes out in the second half and he's gone from famine to feast. Suddenly everything's a yellow card. Everything's a free kick. His entire game plan, his entire approach to the game.
All over the place. He was all over the place. Yeah. I like a physical game. I thought Reece James was absolutely superb. Got to be honest with you.
Yeah,
You
Reece
know,
James. Caicedo was the man of the match by
yeah, Caicedo, but
unbelievable, that player.
Reece James, mate, when he's fit, mate, he's like, what a player. What a player. Caicedo's probably the best midfielder in the country at the moment, probably.
Yeah.
And then you've got Enzo Fernandez, mate. You've got 200 million just there, those two players.
Yeah, so work around it, Johnny. That's
Reece
what
James,
that's the point I'm making. Like, this
fit?
guy's supposed to be. I'm saying this out of frustration tonight, but I've been feeling it for a while. But I also I do know the context of the injuries and the fact that he's got, he hasn't had that much time. And yes, we need more quality in certain areas. But you know what? We've got a better team this year than what Ange Postecoglou had. And
not on that pitch today.
Ange had loads of horrendous injuries as well, Johnny.
I know we did.
But those people that had enough of Ange would never have tolerated it.
In last two games from Ange, he conceded 8 goals at home. Thank you.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying those people that hate that had enough of Ange would never have tolerated that performance if it was from Ange. But because there are people that want a point score on both sides of the hockey. Thomas Frank, to some people, they're like, the problem isn't Thomas Frank, it's the lack of this, it's the lack of that, it's the lack of the other, but they weren't affording Ange the same things. I'm just saying, to be consistent, if the players are the problem with Thomas Frank, the players were also the problem with Ange. And I don't think that you can make that excuse. We have a good enough, the players are not that bad. We don't have a weak squad. Yes, we have injuries, and yes, there's some holes that need to be filled in order to get to the place where you can be constantly competing at the top. But other teams, Sunderland put on a ridiculously 10x better performance against Chelsea last weekend.
Yeah,
no one can make a strong argument to say that Sunderland have got a better squad than Tottenham.
But Chelsea can't win at home either. Chelsea, again, can't stop winning away from home, can't win at home. It's another club that's losing at home. But listen, let's be honest, right, Sean? Right, let's call facts here, right? We got a team that's made up of 20 million, 8 million, 15 million, 30 million pound players, right? Their team is just like, it's like a who's who, right? Forget the players that are actually on the pitch. The players that were coming on, they are on a different level. Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, right, are better than Paulinho and Bentancur, right? As far as I'm concerned. Reece James is better than Pedro Porro. My opinion, right? Okay. And, I just think,
Mate, Brighton put 3 goals past them. Wolves put 3 goals past them.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not insurmountable. The effort tonight was shambolic. There was a massive lack of tactical preparedness. And I think that, I understand you're playing twice a week. You don't get that much time on the training ground. But that's the same for everybody in the Premier League that plays in Europe. I think that there has to be some accountability to the structure, the style, and the lack of preparedness, and the lack of pivot. It's not.
So is it all down on the manager?
No, of course, there's never one or the other. I always say it's a pizza pie of blame. Everyone gets a slice, right? Everyone gets a slice. But Thomas Frank deserves a slice of that pie as well.
Yeah, no, but I don't see that. I don't see that in social media. Of course he deserves it. Of course he deserves it. It was poor. But I need to see the same shit given to some of those players that needed to be called out for their shocking performance.
They are getting called out, though. Twitter's burying Xavi Simons tonight. They're burying Richie. They're burying Pape Sarr.
He's on for 8 minutes, mate. What about the rest?
No, yeah, well, what
about Pedro Porro, mate?
Pedro Porro's getting buried. Porro, the last couple of games, in fact, the last 4 or 5 games, against Villa, he was shocking. Against Newcastle, he was shocking. Even against Everton, he wasn't great. Right? Like, there's accountability all round. But for me, the preparedness of the team needs a hell of a lot more focus than it's getting. We don't seem to have a plan. We don't have a plan A, Johnny. Our plan A is to win a corner kick or a long throw-in. And if that doesn't work, then we don't have anything else. And he's now been in charge for 14 games. That's not like an insignificant amount of football to have seen some progress. Our best performances of the season came in the first 2 or 3 games that we played. Burnley, Manchester City, those sorts of performances. Right? Yeah. We're not improving as a team. We look like we're going sideways or backwards. And the only thing the only thing we can write home about right now is our set pieces have been very good. Apart from that, and our defense generally has been pretty good. Tonight
And
it was
the fact that we're
all over
above
the place.
Chelsea, and the fact we're above Chelsea, Man United, Man City, Villa, Newcastle.
Yeah, but that's output. We're talking about performances.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying, right? Let's have some context all the way round, right? Am I happy with it? Absolutely not. I go home and away. I don't want to come back from seeing this shit. Of course not. Of course not. I get called out. I've got people that come in my DMs only when we lose. Only when we lose.
Of course, the I told you so.
Calling me about Thomas Frank. I'll wait for them. There's a whole pile of them. Yeah. Frank is a fraud. Fraud is shit. Yeah. Fraud the shit engine. Frank doesn't know what he's doing.
Frank the fraud engine.
Frank the fraud engine, right? Frank the fraud engine. Frank the shit engine. Yeah, I've heard it all. Thomas Frankenstein. Yeah.
Pedro Porro, you're right. Tottenham lover 911. Pedro Porro has not had a great season defensively. He is getting schooled by bigger players. They do attack him. His excellence comes in his distribution generally, but his distribution recently has been a shit show. And look, when you do look to the bench, and when you're pivoting to the bench and you're bringing on Brennan Johnson, Richarlison, and players like that.
Can we talk about his first touch?
Who, Brennan Johnson?
Talk about Brennan Johnson's first touch of the ball. Eh?
Yeah, shocking.
I mean, what was that? It went his first touch. He got the ball, and it must have gone backwards 20 yards, right? I mean, seriously, I saw him. Mister, can I have the ball, please? He had his hand up a few times. It was embarrassing, mate. But listen, look, Liverpool, 5 out of 6 games they lost. Yeah, 5 out of 6 games. Tonight they turned up and, they arrested the defender. Look, I think the league this season's all over the place. I don't know quite what's going on with teams.
It will sort itself out, mate. It's early. There's no point even looking at the table until December.
No, all I heard today was United are back. They're 1-0 up. They're cruising, blah, blah, blah. Next thing I look, it's 2-1. And Ahmad scores a fantastic goal. Wolves look like they're completely down. And Arsenal, I mean, what did Arsenal do today? Wasn't magical.
It was professional. Consummate ease, mate. Consummate ease. Yeah. They're 7 points ahead.
8? Is it 7? I thought it was 8.
They were 7, 8 ahead of us. 7 ahead of. Ahead of Bournemouth, or now Liverpool.
It looks like Bournemouth are the only challengers to.
I think Liverpool now. On Liverpool back in second place now after tonight.
Probably maybe third. No, I think they're third.
Oh yeah, they're third. Yeah, they're on 18 points. Yeah, but look, I mean, for me, mate, like I don't really care. Like the league, obviously, the league table make things look prettier than it is. But no one can convince me that we look like a team that's good enough to qualify for the Champions League from the league form. We're good enough at getting results away from home, but there has to be some, like I say, it's only bearably okay if you win to play this level of football. And I just think that I'm looking for Thomas Frank. The Thomas Frank that I've grown up watching has got 4 or 5 aces up his sleeve. He's got a couple of different tricks. Sometimes he'll set you up with the back 3. Other times he'll set you up narrow. Other times he'll put a top 2 up or a top 3 up. Sometimes he'll go long. Sometimes he'll play short passes. Like he has a bunch of different tactics that seem to be implemented to figure out the kind of the game plan. Today there was none.
How long does that take?
Well, I mean, I'm not sitting here saying like Frank out. Of course not. Yeah. But I'm saying like question marks are allowed to be asked at this point in time. And I think that I want to see something that looks like football, not like a special teams play. Because I think that our game plan is to win corners and throw-ins. And have you even seen Kevin Danso? He looks like the long throw specialist that doesn't want to be. He doesn't want to do it. He's like every time he walks over, he's like, it must hurt him, must hurt his stomach or something to launch it because
his arms
doesn't want to do it.
His arms are longer. I mean, listen, look, you know what makes it more painful when you have to watch Arsenal just be invincible. I mean, they are invincible. I think if Man City and Liverpool played them now, neither of them would have a chance against them. I don't know if they had a shot against them again today. I think it's last I looked, it was 8 shots conceded all season. I'm not sure what it is today.
Yeah, do you want to hear some stats, mate? So
Go
Arsenal have conceded 8 shots all season, right? Tottenham at home. How about this one?
47.
Tottenham, if you take the Burnley game out, we have had 8 shots on target in total at home this season. 8 shots on goal or on target all season since the Burnley game.
Tell me something. Do you think Solanke or Richarlison are ever going to be good enough to take us forward? I'm just asking you honestly.
I'm not allowing anybody to put Solanke in the bucket of Richarlison. People do this with Matisse Tell and Odegaard. People used to do it with Eric Dyer and Ben Davies.
Did Tell play today?
I don't know. Was he on the bench? I didn't see him. Was he on the? I don't think he was on the bench.
Yeah, he was on the bench, wasn't he?
Was he? Well, obviously there's no faith in there. But Richarlison and Solanke are not the same. Solanke's a very good player that hasn't had a chance to play in this system yet.
Was he on the bench? I'm sure he was. Yeah, he was.
I'm giving you these facts. Luca's giving me facts. Where's Luca's facts? Luca dropping some facts? Where are you, Luke? Arsenal, 0 shots conceded on target in 7 games. Gee whiz. Do you want to hear another stat? Look at this stat. Tottenham. Tottenham's expected
was the fact that what did they do today? Burnley started the game. It was mainly Burnley, and they scored those 2 goals and sat on them. What I'm meaning was, I thought that Arsenal would, go ahead and absolutely ram them once they got those 2 goals. Go on, what are you saying?
Tottenham's XG at home this season in the Premier League is 4.18 from 5 games. If you take out the Burnley game,
why do we keep taking out the Burnley game?
Because that was obviously like an exaggeration to the top end.
Hit the numbers, you mean?
It was the first game. Okay, fine. I'm saying 4.18 from 5 games. Not great, right? We're expected to score less than every game. But if you were to take out the XG of the Burnley game, the last 4 home games, we have an XG of 1.86. That is 0.47 XG. Nothing like that. It's not like it's less than half a goal a game expected to be scored at home, mate. This is at home. This is in our 62,000 seater stadium where poor old Sully spent 309 notes today to go and watch that shit show. By the way, I put my ticket up on the exchange 10 days ago. Not one fucker bought it.
Oh, mine sold. Mine sold in like no time.
Yours sold, did it? I reckon someone's hacking my system because I never sell any tickets online. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, both mine sold. What I was going to say to you was, do you see Spurs winning any of the next 3? Get Copenhagen. I can't see us winning any of the next 3 games. Can you?
Who are the next 3 games?
Man United, Man United, PSG, and Arsenal, isn't it?
Copenhagen. Hang on.
Forget Copenhagen. I'll leave that one out of the league games.
We've got Man United Copenhagen, then Man United, and then Arsenal away, PSG at home, and then Fulham at home. Sorry, PSG away, then Fulham at home, then Newcastle away, and then Brentford at home.
Yeah.
And then Slavia Prague. Listen, mate, if we don't beat Copenhagen on Tuesday night, there's going to be a meltdown. And do you think that these new owners are gonna are they gonna sort of, in an effort to be the new cool PR guys, we want what you want, we're in it together. Do you think that they're gonna sit there and
look? We haven't had a window with them yet, so let's see. We haven't even had a window. Let's see. I'm not panicking,
nor am I in any way, shape, or form saying he's not the guy.
Do you think Thomas Frank's happy with that squad?
Mate, but that squad is better than the squad that Ange had, Johnny. This is the
Yeah,
point
but
I'm
it
making.
doesn't
But no
fit
one gave Ange any. No
No,
one
hang
gave
on a
Ange any
second.
time.
No, hang on a second. Fuck that. Brennan Johnson, shite. Right? There's players in that squad, right? That
Brennan
would
Johnson was in the Ange Postecoglou squad.
Yeah, he's shit. I don't give a shit. He doesn't fit anyone. Like
You were very unforgiving of Ange.
Try
right?
selling him. Try selling him.
You were unforgiving of Ange. I was unforgiving of Ange. Everyone was unforgiving of Ange.
I was
Why is it? Why does Thomas
around.
Frank? Why doesn't Thomas Frank get the same consistent logic?
Well, no, he's getting it. What are you talking about? He's getting it. He's only been there for fucking 9 games, 8 games, whatever it is. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. We're 4th in the table. If we were bottom of the league or in 17th place, I totally get the meltdown. Is it good? No. You can't make excuses for it. It's shit. But at the same time, come on, let's be real.
When does the football improve? How much time? What has to happen for if
we need some fucking players back, Sean? First of all, the drop off. Cuti Romero starting in that game is a different game than Cuti Romero not starting. You've seen the numbers. I think when he doesn't play, we win 27% of our games. Right, which is huge. But I still didn't think the midfield got absolutely run over today. Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, and Reece James just were on another level. We couldn't transition through the middle of the park. Porro's passing was shocking. The corners were shocking. The passing was shocking. The free kicks were shocking. Even at the end, when we were trying to chase the game, we were playing short corners and passing it back to the keeper. I mean, what was going on? You could hear
that shit at the end, mate. Like, this is the thing with Vicario. Like, don't get me wrong, he made some unbelievable saves today. He really did. But half of the saves that he makes are at the end of moves that he's put us in the shit show for in the first place. Like that free kick that we had in injury time, when he stands there for 30 seconds waiting for everybody to line up.
And then
just to Jed Spence. And then Jed Spence gives it back to him and then he bangs it forward. And Sanchez goes, "Thank you very much." I mean, the fans have gone like,
Did you see Jed Spence's face? Did you see Jed Spence's face when it happened? Like, no. Honestly. But you can't walk down the tunnel like Jed Spence walked off like with that arrogance of, well, I play fucking great, mate. You lot were all shit, right? I don't think he did much wrong, to be truthful with you. I think he had a good game.
He fucked up for the goal.
Huh?
He fucked up for the goal that they scored.
Well, what more than Simmons and Mickey van der Ven?
But his mistake started the problem, didn't it? Put them on the back foot. But apart from that, I actually thought Jed Spence battled quite well down that channel, down the left, and I thought he's looking better. But I also think I've made this point 1,000 times, and I'll stand with it until I see something different. He doesn't have relationships with players. He's like an individual amongst the team. He's very, very good at what he does.
Mate, to wait till you see him play on the right side of the pitch, mate. That's all I can say. He was signed as a right winger, right? He's been playing at left wing. I've said this before. I think Pedro Porro needs a break, right? He needs a reality check or just an alignment. I keep seeing the numbers. He's number 1 at this. He's number 1 at that, right? But, you know...
Everything he's number 1 at, though, is passing.
Yeah. But we need
a fullback to defend as well.
Yeah, and half those passes are probably back to Vicario.
Yeah.
Probably. We got a couple of super chats, Shawnee.
Yeah, let's do some super chilly chit chats. Daniel Field, big up to you, my man. He started the super training. Chooch. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you very much, mate. Very generous, very nice of you. And we've got a big one from Mr. Blaine Devlin. Big up, Blaine. Oh, how are you, buddy? Thanks so much, my man. Legend as always, boss. Legend as always. When I go next week, see if I see a free kick and we send our defenders up and play it short, I'm going to effing walk out.
Oh, let me tell you.
He says, I swear, I very nearly bounced my phone off the TV earlier. Hey, Bugsy Malone is in. She's having like kittens at the moment because of the fireworks. She hates it, right? And she's terrified of them. And then she was just falling asleep because there was a lull in the fireworks. And then as I see that free kick go, I have banged my hand on the couch and she jumped up across the room. She thought the bang back. She thought the fireworks were in the house. Poor thing. Yeah, absolutely shocking, mate. And thank you very much, Blaine. What game are you coming over for, Blaine? Is it United game, is it?
Let me tell you something. The only fireworks tonight were the pyrotechnics before, which warmed me up, right? Listen, the club had a go, right? They had a go. The fans had a go beforehand. But unfortunately, the team didn't turn up. And it's unforgivable. That, for me, was our worst performance of the season against a very good... I'm not having it. They're a shit Chelsea team. I've seen some of the comments. Chelsea were there for the taking. They were shit. No, they're not shit. Come on. Yeah,
no, definitely not. Definitely not. By the way, guys, there's 410 people in the house. Unbelievable numbers for a small channel. We really appreciate it. Can you do us a favor, though? Smash the like button for us and hit the subscribe button as well, most importantly. And if you are watching this and if you want to participate in the chat, all you've got to do is hit the subscribe and you get instant access. There's no minute wait or anything. Maybe just refresh it if it doesn't immediately open up. But big up to you all. Big up to Dino. Houdini. No super sticker tonight, guys. Tough train journey home.
Oh, I hope you got home quicker than I did. It took me nearly 2 hours, not far off it, to get home tonight. Listen, the time I've spent in the car over the last 2 seasons coming back from games, 22 defeats last year in the league, coming back from Humsville and Plottsville, right? And then tonight coming back from Everton and taking hours, at least that was a victory. The only time I've had fun this year, it's been on the road. I've got to be honest, this season. Thank God for that. Thank God. Because, if I had to go, and have like a 6, 7 hour, 8 hour coach journey or train journey to watch that tonight, I would be going mad. So anyone who's had a long journey to the game tonight or flown over from America or Ireland or Norway, Scandinavia, and we have a lot of fans that do that, to see that.
Yeah, it's not good enough.
Apology. Joking aside, in the chat, can we do a poll, Sean?
Yeah, sure.
Let's do a poll, please. Should Jed Spence be dropped for the next game for refusing to come and say to the fans, or should they just be disciplined? I don't know how you want to put it.
Yeah, hang on. It will take a couple. For some reason, whenever I go into YouTube videos, it takes like 30 seconds for the chat thing to open up. So just give me a minute, and I'll do it in a second.
Yeah, no worries.
Big up to Dino. Thank you so much for the super sticker, for the super chat, my man.
Thank you, mate.
Appreciate you. Yeah, Johnny. On that, I think Michelle's probably right, because I don't think you can drop Mickey van der Ven. I don't think you can.
Public apology.
But I think a public apology, like a social media post saying, something like that would be more appropriate, because you can't drop one without the other, and you can't drop.
Well, can I just say, I think while both of them were bad, I think Jed Spence's
body language,
gesture and body language deserves more. If I'm brutally honest, and I'm a Jed Spence fan. You can't be behaving like that. Who do you think you are? Right? We come all this way to see you, and you put up performance, and you think it's beneath you to walk around and clap a few people and stand there.
Do you think he's got a little bit of a chip on his shoulder? Do you remember what he did to that kid when he was trying to sign? When the kid was trying to sign he confused him with Udogi.
No, he was saying what the kid was saying was indirectly that you all look alike, which is what pissed him off. Right?
Yeah, I get it. He's a fucking 6-year-old kid or whatever.
Yeah. I think he sorted it out in the end.
I know he did, but that was just because of the backlash. I just wonder, there's a little. I mean, listen, I rate Jed Spence the footballer, I do, but I just wonder whether or not he's a bit of a Burke.
Tell me something. What do we think? Forest 2, Man United 2. Are Forest just going to find it easy to get out of this trouble that they're in, Sean?
Look at the Premier League table.
Well, they're sat down in 18th place with only 6 points and a minus 12 goal difference.
They're sat down in what position?
18th.
Yeah, one win. Yeah, I mean, they haven't started well, but in phases yesterday, they looked really. Oh, was it this morning or yesterday? This morning, wasn't it? They looked really. I thought they looked very They look pretty comfortable against Man United in phases. They've got more than enough quality. More than enough quality. Wolves, on the other hand, fucking hell, mate. Like, what has happened to that football club? Wolves are all over the place.
Well,
Zero wins from 10 games.
Yeah, Fulham desperately needed that win. Pereira, Silva, should I say, after sort of doing a bit of twerk for the Forest job, he needed to arrest it. And that he did today. But what I don't understand is, how did this group give this guy? I know he did well last year, Pereira, when he came in. But how do you feel sorry for him that he lost El Nouri and he lost Matheus Cunha, who was the man that made them tick, and they haven't really replaced them with anybody? Their recruitment.
They're better, mate. They're better than what they're doing. Like, they've got a decent team.
Yeah, but they haven't replaced anyone. All they did was kept hold of Strand Larsen and sign him on a new contract. But my point here is that why did they give him, after losing the first 4 games, did they give him a 3-year contract? And he doesn't look like he's going to arrest it. I mean, last week he looked like he was going to have a punch up with the fans. I said to you, Fulham win and Pereira gets the sack. Do you think he's going to survive, or do you think he's
They ain't going to sack him 2 months after giving him a 3-year contract, mate, are they? But they might sack him if he's bottom by Christmas, for sure. That the cost of going down is, and they're capable of so much more, mate. They are. But you look at that squad again. You look at that team. That table. Who are the obvious? West Ham, I think, are done for. Like, I don't think West Ham have got the squad to get themselves out of trouble. I think West Ham are really bad. I think Wolves can put together a string of results and get themselves out of trouble, but something needs to change sharpish in that team. And then I think Burnley are probably the other. So West Ham, Burnley, and unless
Burnley aren't that bad, mate. They're still managing to produce some results. You know?
They are. Listen, at the other end of the table, you've got Sunderland. I don't think Sunderland will be able to keep it up when the African Cup of Nations comes around in 6 weeks. They're going to lose half of their team, aren't they, Sunderland?
Yeah, just freeze that a second, Sean. No, go back down a minute. Look. If you look at that, we've beaten Everton, we've beaten Leeds, we've beaten Burnley, we've beaten West Ham.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
4 of the bottom. 4 of the bottom. We beat Man City though away from home, so that was the one that elevated that. But when you look at that, it's not so good. I'm not quite sure how West Ham are going to pull it out. They've got a huge game tomorrow against Newcastle.
Who do you support, Thomas? Are you a Tottenham fan, or are you a Wolves fan? Maybe we're talking about Wolves.
Yeah, but I mean, it's going to be hard. Listen, Manchester United, Bournemouth have 1 game a week, so let's be serious here, right? They can train all week.
Yeah, that's a big difference. Yeah.
It's a big difference, and I think that they are going to maintain some sort of momentum throughout the season. I would not be surprised if Man United ended up in the top 4, top 5, if I'm honest, due to that fact and that fact only. Stop it, Jonny, mate. He was fuming. Who's he talking about?
Who's saying that?
Jonny and his money. Here we go again. What's this? Don't know what they're talking about. Stop it, Jonny, mate. He was fuming. I don't know who he's talking.
Ed Spence. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not sure.
I don't know. It's Leighton Evelyn. I don't know. Stop it, Jonny, mate. He was fuming. I don't know who he's talking about. Yeah, Jed Spence was fuming. Yeah, and that's who you're talking about. Yeah, he was fuming. But what difference does that, whether you're fuming or not? Go out onto the bloody pitch.
You're getting the hate tonight, Jonny.
Don't care, mate.
Jonny be dropped for talking such crap. Yeah. Listen, it's all opinions. I listen, for me personally, I think that the league is a bit of a false dichotomy at the moment. I don't think it really represents where certain teams are sat. Like, Liverpool were 10th going into their game this evening. Now they're back up to 3rd, right? But there's not a lot of space between them.
Only one team is
running. If Tottenham lose to United and lose to Arsenal, which is more than plausible, we could be 10th. We could easily be 10th, you know?
Look, you know what? Football's mental, right? The way I'm feeling now, right? I can see Copenhagen giving us a game. I can see Man United ripping us to shreds. But there again, you know what? How mad it is. We could go to Highbury or to the Emirates and do something mental that none of us think about because football's that mad. But right now, it's hard to see it happening. It really is hard to see it happening.
Would you rather be playing Copenhagen away? Because we're shit away from home in Europe as well. We're good away from home in the Premier League, but we're shit away from home in Europe. We're better at home in the Premier League, but we're terrible away from home.
Listen, we were in the Europa League last year, and we weren't exactly outstanding in the what you call it, were we? In the qualifying stages. Look, This is a level up, right? The Champions League's a level up. Even the teams you think are shit, Copenhagen. You might think they're shit, but they're not. They've got some great Danish players. They're in the Champions League for a reason. Man United's going to be a real interesting one, Sean, isn't it? But I have to wait and see what happens in the transfer window. Who thought, although we discussed it, and
do you recognise any of these players' names?
Can't see. Increase it, mate, in size. Sorry.
Okay, one sec. Katarski in goal.
My mate's player plays for them. Robert, I think he's injured at the moment.
Suzuki, good engine on him. Garananga.
Mate, you never know them, Sean, until you know them.
Stiakos, Lopez, Achuri, Silva, Leraga, El Yunusi. Is that the El Yunusi? I think it is. I think it is, isn't it?
Yeah. Have a look up front.
Up front, they've got Mukuku and Clayson.
Yeah, listen, we should beat them. Yeah, Mukuku said he was 17 when he was 42.
What is this?
What is this you qualify my name?
He's a wonderkinder. Dortmund wonderkinder. I've heard about Mukuku.
Yeah, I would say to you that we should definitely beat them. But when you look at that team today, and you look at Casemiro, Cunha, and Bueno, Ahmad, I fear for our lives, mate. Okay, I really do. I really do. But there again, if Coutie's back and he's fit, I think we got to play free at the back, Sean. I don't know why. I just felt that.
I think we should.
PSG game.
I think we need to I think we need to see it in the Premier League before we get to Arsenal, for example. Yeah. You know.
Yeah, but look at Liverpool, mate.
Is Arsenal's before the break, isn't it?
No, after the break. Okay. After the break. I mean, we look at Liverpool, and we're not geniuses, but we've said like many times that Liverpool are going to struggle defensively the way they're going right now because they didn't sign the player that they needed. And they sold Quansah before they had a replacement, which a team like Brighton or Brentford would never do. And they're paying, I thought they'd pay the price. I never thought in a million years they'd lose 5 games out of 6. Could you imagine?
They were 5 points clear 3 weeks ago, weren't they? 4 weeks ago.
But could you imagine that implode at this club? Say we were 5 points clear and we'd had that incredible start, and then we lost 5 games out of 6 on the trot.
We're going to find out what happens, mate, in the back.
Yeah. But
it's coming.
But we are fourth, mate. Hang on. We are fourth. Look at all the teams below us. Who else?
For now we are, mate. For now we are. Come on. We don't deserve to be in fourth, do we? Let's be honest.
No,
like I say, mate, 3 points separate.
We might not be, mate, but that is where we're at. And I just say, yet again, my mate Danny Welbeck scored again, Shawnee.
Oh, did you get some points in the fantasy? Did you? Oh, well done.
Yeah.
You picked him,
no, because I did him as my goal scorer in our.
Yeah, I mean, you picked him in the well done.
Yeah,
well done. Right, let's have a little look see at that, shall we? I went for. Did Jesus score for Forest?
No, he didn't.
Did Rodgers score? No, Rodgers didn't score.
Told you, don't bring Jesus in before April, mate. Easter's the time for Jesus. Look, Crystal Palace, mate.
Mate, look at that, dude. So there's 2 points. 2 points separates 11th from 3rd. Okay, so when we're sitting there saying we're 3rd,
I don't make it up. I'm just talking. Just talking.
2 points separates the 3rd place from 11th. You know.
Hey, mate, look, the chat knows full well that Sean keeps banging himself some extra points. That's his game, guys. It's his game. Can we talk about Jean-Philippe Mateta? I mean, honestly, how is this guy they were trying to sell because he just couldn't score, he couldn't hit a barn door, and now he's a beast. I think he's had more shots than Haaland. More shots than Haaland, mate. Honestly, unbelievable.
He's a quality player, mate. He's a quality player. And apparently Brentford have put out a hands-off on Thiago and Kevin Sade tonight. So
yeah, well, there you go. Let me tell you.
Mateta might be someone that you go after?
Well, listen, Thiago...
I'd pay some serious money for Mateta. I think he's a quality player.
Listen, I'd take Thiago, mate, as well. Let's be honest, right? The way the Brazilians are playing at the moment throughout Europe and in this country, Thiago could actually be a front runner for Ancelotti to get into that squad. I mean,
Richarlison's got no chance, has he? At this time,
he's an absolute monster. I mean, he was injured unfortunately last year because he was signed to play for Frank, but he had a lot of injuries and never really got a moment. Sade, slave to the rhythm, was again, he's got pace and he's got better and better and better. But if you watched him early doors, mate, all he had was the pace. Didn't have anything. But there's no chance of Spurs getting a Mateta or an Igor Thiago out of those two clubs. Not a chance. And why would Mateta want to leave? To be honest, he's got a chance of a trophy with Palace.
Yeah, I make them probably second favourites for the Carabao Cup as well.
Yeah. I mean, Palace are now in 9th place. Only lost 2 games all season.
Like us.
No, I think
we lost 3. We lost 3 now, haven't we? Yeah, we lost 3.
No, I mean, Sade's just got pace, but when you look at the
Timo Werner, isn't he?
No, he's a little bit better.
I think Sade's good.
Yeah, Ismail Sarr's been fantastic. Who doesn't like Daniel Munoz? I don't know where he's been hiding. 28 years of age. I mean, suddenly he's like the boy from nowhere. Last season, he was unbelievable, creating chances left, right, and centre. And, he's been at it again today. But
Spurs Digest, only Stella is saving the Spurs 5. Do you mean me drinking Stella or do you mean Stell? The other 4 are Frank sycophants, and it's not a good for the channel's credibility long term. First of all, the Spurs 5 is now the Spurs 4.
Yeah.
Keep up. Second of all, I'm not a francosexual. I'm indifferent. I didn't really want him. I definitely didn't want Ange. So I'm kind of like open-minded. I'm questioning things at the moment. I'm open-minded to any outcome. He's not going anywhere yet at all. He definitely needs time. He definitely needs better players in order to kind of level up the opportunity. But he has to do more with what he has. He has to. And if this sort of form continues, then the fans have every right to sit there and say, what the fuck are we paying for at the games? Why? Like, the pricing is outrageous. The football is worse. And let's be honest, mate, the results at home have been shambolic. They've been shambolic. Yeah,
the Spurs 5, Sean and I are big fans of Dave, Irish Dave. We get on very well with him. I'm on his show. Sean's been on his show. But he left with our blessing. No hard feelings. That's what he wants to do. That's up to him. What we do in the future, I'm not sure. But you can watch now the Spurs 4 Yeah, more time for us. And if you're unhappy, look, we don't want to show where everyone agrees on anything. Sean and I don't agree on anything, on everything.
Yes, we do. No, we don't.
No,
yes, we do.
Don't you hello me, mate. The thing is, on the Spurs 5 channel, even those who are Frank in, and Sean and I are Frank in at the moment. I'm a Thomas Frank fan.
I'm not Frank out, but I'm certainly not like I'm gonna.
We
I'm
don't
gonna
agree, but we neither of us want him sacked. So we're not sycophants of Thomas Frank, where he can't be criticised. Everyone's up for criticism.
Trust me, on Monday I'll be going in on him. I'll be going in on him on Monday night because I think that he needs to be doing more. I think that this idea that he can't be doing more because the squad's not good enough. As I say, I think that the people that were saying that Ange Postecoglou needs to be doing more with the squad, Thomas Frank's got a better squad. So, what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Can we have a moment's silence, please, for the Manchester United fan who thought he was on the way to getting his hair cut? 3 wins on the trot. And unfortunately, the draw today means he's back to the drawing board.
Mate, Johnny, do you know how few teams win 5 games on the bounce?
I know.
That guy's going to be about 45 with hair. It's like a bridal gown.
Yeah. You won't be able to get in the lift. Only one on this lift.
So someone should give him the option of like a get out of jail. Like, if he does like a ridiculous dare, like gets a tattoo of, I don't know, Eric Ten Hag on his face or whatever, or his arse cheek, then he can cut his hair. Someone's got to do something because that guy's never going to cut his hair again. Very few teams win 5 games on the bounce. It's a madness take. Even Romano was getting in on the act. He sent a tweet out with a picture of Old Trafford with the hair spinning out the top. Let me see if I can find it. It's worth a share.
It's the best meme. Listen, Arsenal. I don't think anyone's going to stop Arsenal, Sean. Let's have a few minutes about Arsenal.
Yeah.
Even with the injuries, they still managed to put out a team today, a very weakened team, obviously, of Raya, Justin Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori, Declan Rice, Zubimendi, Eze, Saka, Gyökeres, and Trossard. I mean, this is them with injuries. This is them with, 5 or 6 out? 5, 6 players out? Jesus, Havertz, Norgard, Madueke.
Yeah.
On Norgard's back, sorry. Their captain's out. And yet they don't look like they're missing anybody. They really don't. I don't think there's any way, any shape, form that Arsenal choke this season. Do you think or not? I can't see it.
It's difficult to see it right now, mate. It's difficult to see it right now. But, and obviously, injuries are a part of a concern. But if they go deep in the Champions League, and if they, if the timing of the fixtures means that they play Real Madrid at home and away, and then sandwiched between those games, they happen to have Liverpool or City or Bournemouth or whoever, maybe Chelsea, then look, it's a long season, buddy. I don't expect Arsenal to go undefeated for the rest of the season. But obviously, yeah, they're the odds-on favourite. They're 7 points ahead. But for them to screw it up from here, Liverpool or City have to go on the mother of all runs, and Arsenal have to get not just some injuries, but they also have to hit a dry run of form, or people have to adapt. Other teams have to figure out how to defend against them set pieces because they got another set piece today, didn't they? One of their goals was another one from set pieces. So, they're incredibly, incredibly polished at doing the dirty football, But
it's more Salad back. He's had a bit of a dry patch.
And just after I've taken him out of my bloody fantasy team.
Yeah. Yeah.
So fucking typical. Everyone's going to pile back in on him now. Outrageous.
Listen, I took Virgil van Dijk out of my fantasy team because I thought, they're going to concede. But I did put Gabriel in instead. So I'm not going to complain about that.
Should we have a little mid-weekend update, shall we? See how everyone's doing.
We could do. Mind you, I don't think it updates. Sean. You'll have to wait. It's too
No,
early.
it's updated. It's updated.
I
Because
didn't see it.
I'm currently 1 point above average.
Oh, what you mean in? You mean in the other
There you
league?
go. Hang on. Get rid of that. Share screen. Let's see what everyone's doing. Just real
My
quick.
club lost again tonight, mate. And let me tell you something. Everyone poo-pooing the 1-0 win by Spurs over Villarreal. Yeah, Villarreal are going absolutely superb in the in La Liga. They're second at the moment behind Real Madrid. Just putting it out there, guys.
Yeah. Very true. Very true. Right. Take a look at this. I might be back, people. I might be back. I told you I'd done some adjustments to my team. I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5
Did you do a wild
players.
card, Sean?
Huh?
Did you do a wild card?
No.
How many?
I've still got 5 players in my first 11 left to play. And if any of these geezers don't play tomorrow, then I can get Caicedo on instead. He's got 8 points. And Fofana had 6. I mean, that's okay.
Tell me something. How many subs did you make, Sean?
2 subs. I've still got 3 transfers, but I had 3 transfers to make. Let's have a look at your team. So I'm on 36 points so far. You are on. I'm not going here. Where's the league? How do I find the league? Is it points?
Well, we'll have to have a look on that one.
Here we go.
If you're here in the chat, guys, please hit the like button. And if you're here for the first time, please hit the subscribe button.
Look at these bastards at the top. They just kill it. 43 points. Where's the man Sully?
I'm 207, by the way.
Sully's only on 29 points. Butler's ahead of Sully on the week. And he's used more of his players than I have. Come on, Butler's finally back in the game. Back in the game. What are you on? You're still 207?
207, I think, before the update. I don't know if you can find me in there. Arsenal will bottle it, says Swimster. Long way to go. I think it's going to be very hard. I really. Bridzy. Well, you look for any crumb to make Frank look good.
I see your son Brandon is doing all right. 174th.
Oh yeah. He's better than me.
You must be
207.
You were 207. You're not 207 anymore.
No.
I don't know if you've gone up or down though. All right, we'll check it out tomorrow. We'll check it out tomorrow.
We'll check it out tomorrow. I'm well below average. I only got 24 points. I got Yao Pedro 6, Saka 3, Kudus 1, Van de Ven 2, Gabriel 10, and Dubrovka 2. And tomorrow I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players to play. Yeah.
Still to play for. Plus, we've got all of our wild cards and hits. A couple more super chats. Big up to you all. Big country, Chris. Big up to you, my man. He says, have I gone early? I'm not feeling frank. To be frank, you haven't gone early, mate. A lot of people are throwing the baby out with the bathwater. But you know what? The bathwater is fucking cold, Johnny. It's cold at the moment, mate.
To be frank, they've had enough already.
Yeah. Big up to you, big country, Chris. AU's a big up to you as well. Sell Van de Ven and Spence. Once a player shows that level of disrespect, you need to be moved on before the rot sets in and starts to contaminate others. Gee whiz.
Well, I think they need to be punished, mate. Whichever way.
I hear you on that. But selling them or dropping them against Man United? Come on now.
Well, we got a doggy.
Yeah, but we're gonna play Romero left-sided centre-back?
I don't know. He needs to come out and apologise. But I think Jed Spence was much worse, although the thing is Mickey Van de Ven's the captain. Right? You can't do that.
He didn't finish as captain, did he? But he started.
Still, come on. Yeah. You were there to take the plaudits when you got your doubles and scoring all your goals and giving it large when you win. Right?
100% agree with that.
Make sure you're there when you get stuffed, mate.
Yeah. You're getting paid to be there. We're paying to watch you.
Yeah. Show
some fucking
game's about the glory, but it's also about taking it on the chin when you're shit. And you were shit. You were shit, right? They were all shit. Simple.
Mickey Van de Ven put in his worst performance I've seen for a long time tonight. Big up to you. Dean Law, Houdini, back in again. Big up to you, mate. Can we just talk conspiracies now? We did that over on the Rabbit Hole Ramblings. We were going to do a show tonight, but we decided to do this instead. I will probably be back tomorrow for Rabbit Hole Ramblings. Nikos, I don't think can do tomorrow, but Nikos is back with me on Tuesday, so we'll do a Rabbit Hole Ramblings on Tuesday. Johnny, I know you're a conspiracy buff, mate. Why don't you jump on board the Rabbit Hole?
I should have to have a go. I should have to have a go. Even my missus said to me last night, I think it was last night, we were watching a documentary on space. I think it was on BBC or something. And she's watching it and saying, why have we not been to space then for the last 50, 60 years? We went there on the transistor radio.
We never went in the first place, Lynn. What are we doing here?
No.
How to punish VDV and Spence. I forgot to do the poll.
Let's do the poll.
So it's like how to punish VDV and Spence. Drop them is one option. Public apology.
Punish them, fine them, public apology, or let it go.
Them, or let it go, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, there's 4
Here's
options.
the poll, guys.
There's the poll, people.
See what
name is Bogdan.
Drop them, punish them, and public apology, or just let it go.
What streams are those, Sean? Rabbit Hole. Let me get the Rabbit Hole Ramblings link if you don't mind, people. Give me 1 second.
Can Brian Bagel find a reason to hump Frank's leg today? Public flogging. Yes, quite right. Off with his head.
If you guys are interested in this stuff, then there's the link. There's the link for Rabbit Hole Ramblings.
Venezuela, Thomas. Trump is going to be the king of Venezuela, so that when he's finished his term, he can go out there. Sean and Jonny, the Earth is a globe. I'll show you, fellas. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not on the flat Earth thing, but I am open-minded to most conspiracies. If you can show me.
Okay, let's talk about the injury conspiracy. How many players at Spurs have been announced to be back on the grass, but never to be seen on the pitch?
Lot. Oh, Dragusin, Kosa Takai,
Solanke, Basuma.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not good, is it, mate? It's not good.
Oh, and can I mention one other thing?
Yes,
I think Basuma was taking the piss today. He turned up at the game on his crutches, yeah, in red and white.
Fair enough. Yeah, not fair enough. Sack him as well.
I think,
punish him as well. Let's have a look. What's the poll saying? The poll saying 50 votes. Drop them for one game is at 13%. Public apology is 33%. Fine them is 20%. And let it go is let it go 36%.
36% let it go. Okay.
Yeah, 68%. Only for it's a small poll. It's 50 votes. You know.
But so most of them are saying combined something should be done, or are you saying the majority is saying just let it go?
Yeah, most people are saying, well, let it go or give them a public apologies. Basically, just let it go. You know, but no one's saying drop them. I don't think you can drop them, but I do think they need to They need to come out and do something or be fined.
Fine them both, mate.
Yeah.
Fine them both. Disrespect to the fan base.
100%. Did the rest of the players stay around?
Yeah. 100%. 100%.
Maybe Van der Ven and Spence had an argument between each other.
They need to be talking to Swim Master says they need a strong talking to. You know?
Yeah.
Mickey Van der Ven's part of the leadership group, Sean. Come on. You can't
yeah, it's poor. It's really, really, really poor.
You disrespect the fans, but you're there giving it all this, you know, when you're scoring goals and when you're winning games. You can't be walking off just because you had a shit game. Sorry. It's not on. And on that note, Sean, I'm going to love you and leave you. Done a quick hour.
Yeah, appreciate you all, guys. Thanks, everyone, for the super chats. Thank you to the subscribers.
Subscribe. If you're not here, if you're here for the first time, tell us where you're from, what team you support. because we got people from all over the world who follow and watch this show. Appreciate it's a last minute thing, wasn't planned. But thanks very much for watching. And if you're on audio, give us a follow and give us a review. Calm down, calm down. That's what they're saying in the chat. Calm down. It's hard to calm down, man. I've just spent 3 hours traveling to watch nothing.
Yeah, I'm pissed off tonight. All right, thanks everybody. It's goodbye from me.
It's goodbye from him.
Bye.
Bye.